snapped, and then the defensive end. Both of them.
I'm a big fan of their always uniforms. Like I feel like that's probably the it's the best day of my life.
Oh, I was so excited.
And when you
Still
have
significantly more than the Chargers did.
I got the Bills.
I have the Dolphins. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Too Fat to Play podcast. I am Austin. That is Ryan. Week 2 behind us, week 3 in front of us, but most importantly, always beside us, our good friends, Sticks Golf Lounge, Humboldt, Kansas, on the square. Hop in, take a swing, have a round. You will notice that this will be a very rapid-paced episode. For that, I'm going to go ahead and apologize. We have been battling the computer to start this recording for the last hour. We'd planned on putting out somewhat of a decent episode, and it is now 8 p.m. We have just about 35 minutes of available time frame to work with. Brian has something he has to do. I have to get both of my children to bed. This is not going well for either of us. I do appreciate you being here. With that, we are going to hop in, and this is going to be rapid fire, rapid pace. There will probably not be a lot of bullshit, and Ryan's tangents will have to be very well maintained and kept on leash. That being said, recap of the Too Fat and Friends fantasy podcast. Ryan, you are able to speak. I know it's been a fucking hour for you, so I'm not gonna try and step on you here.
No,
but
by all means, run with it. I know where I need to hop in. I am cooling down. I am adequately. Oh my, fuck.
that is the quietest one of those I have heard in at least an hour.
I wish this was alcohol.
It might need to be at the rate this is going. All right, so week 2.
Just about fucking spilled it. That was about to be the episode right there. I was cutting it, I was uploading it, and we were done. Holy shit. Okay, go.
All right, recap week 2. I took down number 1 Tally, 156 to 131. Ryan took down at Team Kareem Pies, the team that absolutely wrecked me last week, scored 116 this week. Naturally, Long Duck Dong takes down 2 Girls 1 Cup. Riley Reed Option loses the battle, but the war may have been lost for What Are You Doing, Step Burrow, with Joe Burrow going down. 2 thumbs up, absolutely whacked Team D-Whack, and Team Beefsteak shockingly beat Glory B to the A-Gap to fall to 0-2. Putting our standings in first place. You were right, it didn't last long because you don't score very many points, but Beefsteak takes over the number 1 spot at 2-0. Long Duck Dong right behind him. Bullets Pearsall, 2 thumbs up. What Are You Doing, Step Burrow, round out the 2-0 teams at 1-1. I am currently leading that charge at, my bad, there we go, at 286 points scored. Behind me, Team Kareem Pies is also 1-1. Everybody else 0-2. Kareem Pies, Riley Reed Option, 2 Girls 1 Cup, number 1 Tally, Glory B to the A-Gap, and Team D-Whack, all sitting at 0-2.
Which is funny because there's an 0-2 team that if he would have won both of his matchups would be sitting in 5th place right now.
Yeah, but Brett. Nobody fucking cares. It's Brett.
Brett sucks.
Week 3, the matchups. The fantasy football podcast dumbasses take on the first matchup. Myself versus Ryan. 2 Girls 1 Cup versus Glory B to the A-Gap. Riley Reed Option takes on D-Whack. What Are You Doing, Step Burrow? 2 thumbs up. You can make some innuendos there. I'm here for it. Long Duck Dong and Beefsteak. Kareem Pies and number 1 Tally. Also, you can make some jokes there, and I'm here for it. I do, again, apologize for how rapid this is going, but this is the pace that we are going to have to run at. Moving on.
You can't tell by the heavy breathing. We might as well have been running for the last hour. This has been an absolute shit show.
Week 2, there were some good games. There were some bad injuries. We are going to recap essentially none of that. Green Bay takes out the Commanders 27-18. That Green Bay team is going to be a problem for a while.
Yep. Up until they play San Francisco in the playoffs, we've all seen this one before. Cincinnati takes down Jacksonville, but at what cost? Joe Burrow. Team finally starts out 2-0, and he's out for 3 months with turf toe. We will talk about turf toe for just a minute if we get a chance in between picks. The Giants, I do want to take a quick...
Game of the weekend?
Give me like 72 seconds. You were this close, guys. I took a flyer on you last week. I called Austin or text Austin and said the Cowboys still suck. And the motherfuckers came down and tied it. It's like, well, damn. Didn't think they had it in them for like, what was it, 47 seconds left on the clock or some shit. Absolutely. Brandon Aubrey is a hell of a kicker.
Yeah.
Hell of a kicker.
That guy's good.
So
He's real good.
I wasn't even mad. What was even crazier, I wasn't even surprised when Russell Wilson just heaved it up and it was intercepted in the game. I was like...
It only made sense.
He heaved it up to try and win the game, to put it into overtime, and he heaved it up to lose the game. I was like, yeah, you're going to live and die by Russell Wilson.
It's the one thing he still has is the deep ball. Whether it's going to land where he wants it to, whole other question.
Detroit.
By the way, Malik fucking Neighbors.
Yeah, so good. Detroit puts up 50 on Chicago. That was absolutely Detroit saying, I don't give a fuck who Ben Johnson thinks he is. We're going to show you who he isn't, as well as their quarterback sucking.
Belts to asses. The Rams 33 over the Titans 19.
Game was a lot closer than the score indicated. The Titans Cam Ward makes that Titans team dangerous, and nobody else is good on that team.
It makes them interesting, at least. I feel like dangerous is the wrong word just because the other 52 players on that team are ass.
If I remember correctly, the Titans were leading coming out of the tunnel at half.
I think so.
And the only reason they weren't was because the Rams were like, fuck, and Sean McVay tore his patellar tendon.
Yeah. What a fuck. Only McVay.
I'm going to say it. My game of the weekend, Patriots over the Dolphins. The Dolphins were playing for not to be 0-2. The Patriots were playing to also not be 0-2, but the Patriots are obviously the better team. And thank God they won. That was ugly.
That was horrible. Beautiful, but horrible.
Drake May put it together at the end of the game, which was kind of the deciding factor. He was able to come back, put it down, and fucking just, I'm going to will this team to win even though they don't want to. Against a team that I think they want to win. They don't know how. I don't know how McDaniels went from possibly the greatest offensive mind in football to whatever the fuck they've been putting on the field the last 2 seasons.
Tua. San Francisco, with Mac Jones at quarterback, takes down the Saints 26-21.
I hope we get a chance to talk about our games at the end of this. Bills steamrolled the Jets. Justin Fields got hurt in that game. Justin Fields running for his life.
Bad week to add Justin Fields to the fantasy roster.
Yeah. Running for his life all game. I don't honestly even think that he looked bad. It was you were playing the Bills.
That team could be a problem.
The Seahawks taking down the Steelers. Called it,
yes. Not nearly as close as I think either of us. Like, the game was closer than the final score was.
I just want to put a pin in this right now. The Giants and Cowboys game is the only game I've had wrong thus far.
I've had Jacksonville and now this one.
Yeah. I have one loss heading into right fucking now.
Baltimore steamrolled the Browns.
Oh, yeah, no, I picked Baltimore. Obviously. And this one, oh, my God.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and answer that. The answer is no, but also maybe.
But are the Broncos bad?
No, but Also maybe. The Colts 29, Broncos 28. You know, I didn't have that one. I really didn't. I thought, you know what? Denver's defense is going to be there, going to rectify what we all thought Danny Dimes was on the Colts. And now I ask you, is Steichen the leading candidate for Coach of the Year? The answer is yes, but by how much?
We've seen this Danny Dimes once. No, we didn't even see this in his first year under DeBall in New York. We've never seen this.
I am confusion. This makes me ask a second, maybe more. I guess not more pressing because, well, he's probably at this point way on his on his way out. How fucking bad is Anthony Richardson that Daniel Jones looks like the MVP in his place?
Look, I'll be wrong. I'll be wrong. I will. I've been wrong in the past. I'll be wrong now. The Panthers made it interesting in Arizona.
I don't feel like that's going to take that much, man. Like, I just don't think Arizona's that good, and I feel like they're going to be one of those teams that all of their wins are going to be like,
Little tone deaf.
they managed.
A little tone deaf.
Yeah.
Like posing with a pit bull in a Michael Vick jersey.
Effectively. Philadelphia beats Kansas City. I have a lot of things to say about that game.
We're going to have to take 10 minutes and talk about our games. I think we're going to get 5 minutes each, and then we're going to have to go into picks because we're...
So we'll come back. The Falcons beating the brakes off the Vikings. I know JJ goes down. Are the Falcons good?
No.
Okay. I thought so.
But maybe?
That's my concern. Then Monday night, Tampa beats the Texans 20-19 in a really not great 1-point game. And the Chargers beat the Raiders 20-9.
Yeah, I mean, if the Raiders would have come out and like scored instead of throwing interceptions, and I'm not even necessarily blaming that on Geno, but you can't do that.
Right. That makes sense. That's
and the Chargers were like, we don't have to do much. They're going to fuck it up for us.
The Chargers went out and went, did they just fucking Charger?
It kind of like trying to win a game you need to tie in.
Like, yeah.
Did that just happen?
Yeah. I don't
right.
need 5 minutes.
Okay,
So
I just got a couple minutes because
Well, I'll go ahead and run mine.
Yeah.
And then you can allot yours. 2 points of emphasis. 1, the Eagles were the better team. The Eagles were going to win that game. That's 1 point, but just kind of married together. The tush push was an absolute stain upon football for that game. I mean, it is for every game. But to have a Super Bowl rematch,
officiate it.
yeah, that's all I'm asking. Because it's an unstoppable play when it's ran correctly. Do I like it? No. Not. I was rooting for it to be banned.
If you're going to leave it in the game, officiate it correctly.
The play is very effective when it's ran the proper way. When both guards and the left tackle are in the defense's lap
Before the ball moves,
it's going to be impossible to stop it.
When both tackles, both guards, and both tight ends are lined up shoulder to shoulder with the center, it's considered offsides.
Yeah, If you're gonna run it like
What
the
other play
formation
allows you to line up in a straight line on the offensive line?
it's
you have to line up off the hip, and it's off the hip on the fucking tackles.
Yeah, it's an illegal formation. Like and like the bad thing is I've seen a couple of Eagles fans post the same thing where they're like, yeah, but the Chiefs are also lining up off sides, and I'm like, yeah, did you not catch the also in there? Like hell, there's a picture where the Eagles' right guard is hitting Chris Jones while I think it's Norman Lawn, I'm not really sure, is diving, and he snapped the ball for the center. Like, center hadn't moved. The left guard, I think, had started forwards, but it wasn't as egregious. The right guard was in front of the center and was into the defender. And then our defensive tackle, his hand is on the ball. Like, absolutely, flag, offsides on the defense, encroachment, whatever you want to call it, false start on the offense, like whatever. But to have allowed that play to get to the point where now they will not officiate that play. The only officiating they're going to do is, and I'll go ahead and say it, Jalen scored on the first one. The only officiating you're going to do is like, yeah, we'll mark it short sometimes. Get rid of it or officiate it. If you're not going to enforce football rules.
It's offsides and illegal formation every day of the week. You have the fucking tackles covered up. It's if you're going from a guy who plays Madden like he watches football. I am the most aggravating Madden player in the game. I run the ball down your throat and then I play action. Works in football, works on Madden. That's how I play it. If you think I'm boring, fuck you. I don't care. I do pretty well for myself. Like, if on every run play, I could line everybody up on the line of scrimmage. On every fucking run play.
And false start.
I'm setting up a fucking 5th lineman, 6th lineman, 12th lineman in the backfield to just hit the hole.
Yeah.
There's a reason that you have to line up off of the hip. It gives the defense the edge on a run play, and it allows offensive linemen to get that step and pass protection. That's literally what it's there for. Because if the defense has no time to react on a running play to shed their block, you can't stop it. Same thing goes on a pass. If your tackle can't kick step, that's why the tackles are so obviously important in football on a passing play. If they can't get back so that they don't get leveraged, it's a sack. Look what Bryce Huff did in the Niner game to seal out the game. The fastest sack recorded this season in like the last 3 seasons combined. 2.4 seconds.
Yeah.
He had a run off, but imagine if the tackle was closer. That's a 1.7 second sack.
Yeah.
There's a reason that the offensive line has to line up in its formation. It's safer for everybody. And it doesn't. It
allows for football.
Yes, it creates in trench warfare. It creates a line of equality. If we're gonna run it at you, you have the upper hand. But no, if we're throwing it at you, you better be faster than I can kick step. Unless you're Lane Johnson, he's already back by the fucking quarterback before the ball is snapped. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Hey, Juwan Taylor took 3 steps forward and kick steps, so.
And then the Giants left guard.
I
don't fucking remember. It was 15-yard unsportsmanlike false start, 15-yard unsportsmanlike false start on 4 back-to-back plays.
He'll be a Chief.
He was benched immediately.
He'll be a Chief
by the deadline.
Him and Tyree. So all right, Niners game.
The big thing I wanted to talk about, I guess I had two things here. You would expect me, if I'm talking about a linebacker, for it to be Fred Warner. D. Winters is fucking him, guys. That guy's fast. Robert Saleh might be the best linebacker whisperer in the NFL. He created the monster Fred Warner. He created the monster in Dre Greenlaw. Obviously, Dre is out doing his thing. D. Winters is here. That guy is fucking fast. He is violent. He plays lights out football. He looks like D. Winters. I love it. Can't believe that's a third great linebacker wearing number 53 in the last 15 years. Second thing, biggest one. If watching the highlights from that game, you could not tell a difference between Mac Jones and Brock Purdy throwing the football, go get your eyes checked. Mac Jones played a phenomenal football game. That offense was not nearly as effective as it needed to be. To say that Mac Jones is just as effective in that offense because that is a system offense is wrong. We do know that is the most quarterback-friendly offense in the NFL. Jimmy G, we see Nick Mullins go out there and do it. C.J. Beathard had some success. Brock Purdy comes in and is the guy. I held my breath on every single throw because I've seen what he did in New England. It wasn't incredible.
Yeah.
He hit the open guy. He had one throw, and it was incomplete, and it was to Jawan Jennings over the middle of the field. He should have never threw the ball. Never in a million years. It was fucking quad coverage. They had him surrounded, and he put it on the button. Jawan just couldn't come down with it because it was a hospital ball. If he did catch it, I mean, it would have been a first down. Was not worth losing his head after just getting paid, because then he knows he's not getting paid again. So he had one great throw. He found his open man, which I know I have literally said Brock Purdy is great at finding his open man. There are a lot of times where the play broke down this last weekend against the Saints, and Mac needed to get the fuck out of there. Mac couldn't get the fuck out of there. Drive was ended. I did see a couple of sacks that probably were a Brock Purdy interception. I'm just telling you what I've seen. One guy is going to do what it takes to win the game. The other one's going to just not lose it for you right now. Not saying Mac played bad. Mac had a fucking career game. 3 touchdowns, 17 of 29. No. I think it was actually 21 of 32 or some shit.
I thought he threw the ball like 39 times.
Was it?
I've only seen like tidbits of highlights. I didn't see much of the game.
Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he threw it a lot more. I was more or less worried that my defense was going to keep bending, but Robert Saleh's back, so I got to keep reminding myself that my defense is going to be just fine, and when I need to, they're going to make a play. But if you couldn't tell the difference, get your eyes checked. Mac Jones is a high-end, I'll now say it, a high-end backup in the league. But by no means does that offense run as efficiently with him under center as it does with Brock. That's all there is to it. I don't even know. I can't fathom. I'm not trying to justify the contract. I don't like the contract. Brock deserved to get paid. And here in 2 years, that contract is going to be a bargain in the NFL for what Brock Purdy is. He's not getting Dak money, which I think he's a better quarterback than Dak. Like, everywhere I look, I don't like the money, but it makes sense.
26 of 39, 279, 3 tuds.
He had a damn good game. It was also against the Saints.
Yeah, arguably the worst team in football.
It was against the Saints, and it came down to your defense having to seal the game at the fourth quarter again. Winning ugly on a young team like this, which actually, if you look at the average age, they're middle of the pack, but that's just because we got a few veterans that are old as fuck. Everybody else is young. Yeah. There's a difference between 10 and 13. Not winning a Super Bowl with 10. I've been to a Super Bowl with 13. I don't know if I can win, but I know as sure as fuck it ain't going to be with 10. That was my rant.
Okay.
I just, obviously, my favorite one to hate on is Nick Wright. And just further proving my point that anybody can play quarterback in Kyle Shanahan's system. Obviously, that's not the case.
So before we get into game picks, a little bit of breaking news. Another fucking lineman goes down. Cody Mock has been ruled out for the rest of the season after suffering a knee injury Monday night and then finishing the game. That sucks. I really like that kid.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, on to week 3. We've got about 5-10 minutes here. So, there are some games in here I struggled to pick, but we are going to go through real quick. I think for the most part, are you actively making yours?
I'm actively picking,
Okay.
but I will be able to make picks as you go.
Okay. So, Thursday night, take your wife to dinner. Bills are beating the Dolphins, probably by a lot.
Beating the brakes off of them.
Sunday, Packers, Browns.
Give me the pack.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the pack. Colts, Titans.
Is it bad? This might be a fun game to watch.
It's gonna be a car wreck. Like,
Is it?
If it's gonna be a good game, it's gonna be because it's a car wreck. Like, it might be a good car wreck. Like, this might be a NASCAR race where they all wreck going down the back stretch on the last lap, but it's going to be a car wreck.
I'm taking the Colts, not confidently.
I'm taking the Colts as well, somewhat confidently.
Game of the week. Game of the week. Right here. I'm calling it.
Bengals, Vikings.
Jacob Browning's going to go for, like, let's just say 42 of 73, 640 yards, 7 touchdowns, right? Carl, on the opposite sideline, is going to go 37 of 55, also 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but 1 rushing touchdown as well. It's going to be like a score of 13-10.
I think touchdown numbers are off.
There's gonna be the most yards with the fewest points ever scored in a game. You have the best wide receiver course, undoubtedly, like hands down. 1A, 1B, opposite sidelines, and then you have 1C and 1D also on the opposite. Like, there are 6 number 1 wide receivers on the field and 2 third-string quarterbacks.
So who do you have winning this dogfight?
I'm taking the Bengals. I love this game.
All right, high five. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yes. You're taking Carl? Of all these years, you're taking Carl?
Yes. I don't like the idea of the backup quarterback going against the Vikings. I also don't like the idea of Carl. I also really don't like the idea of a backup quarterback against the Vikings. That's my reasoning. Pittsburgh at New England.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
I'm upsettingly also taking Pittsburgh. I'm rooting for New England. That feels weird to say.
I know. Every bit of me wanted to pick the Patriots. This game's going to be a lot closer than I think anybody's giving it credit for. I think
it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely. No. I mean, they've got the split on here. 77% of picks are going to the Steelers. So that, to me, means that most people are probably not thinking a blowout, but a 7 to 10 point game. I think Steelers are going to have to come back in the fourth quarter, and DK Metcalf is going to be the guy that catches the touchdown. I mean, he might
I'm good with that.
rip a corner's leg off as he celebrates, because
It's fine. That's all I need.
I wish George Pickens was still on that team.
Rams at Eagles.
I love this game.
I honestly do too.
I love this game. 89% of the people on this app are taking the Eagles. I am in the 11%. I'm taking the Rams. I've seen this before.
So have I. Unfortunately, I'm taking the Eagles. I hate it, but to me, it just seems like the Rams have a couple of pieces that just aren't there. And quite frankly, if they're going to continue to run the tush push the way they have been and not get officiated, I just don't know how the team loses. Jets at Bucks.
Oh, shit. There we go. Fixed it. Bucks.
What? No way. Me too. Raiders at Commanders.
This one I actually feel like can be fun because the Raiders are a fun team to watch. They're just bad. I'm taking the Commanders.
I'm taking the Commanders too. I'm also not super confident because Marcus Mariota might be the quarterback for the Commanders in that game.
For some reason, that doesn't even bother me the slightest.
Falcons at Panthers.
So are the Dolphins, the Panthers, which is the worst team in the NFL right now?
Yes.
Because I'm taking... Can I tell you what will happen and then what's actually going to happen?
If you do it quickly.
Okay. The Falcons are going to win, right? Beat the brakes off. Just fucking annihilate them. For some reason, the Panthers are going to keep it really close and really interesting for far too long, and we know that they're a terrible team. And it's going to make us question the Falcons back to whether or not they're good or bad. Right now, the way they played last week, this is a 100-point game towards the Falcons. The Panthers aren't good. I know that for a fact.
The Panthers miss a kick to lose the game?
Yes.
Okay. And by a kick, we mean like a PAT?
Jake Moody type of miss.
Okay. Texans at Jags.
I need the Texans to get their shit together because they are by far the better team. They have the better quarterback. They have the better head coach. Better fucking everything. I'm taking the Texans just because they are better on every aspect of football than the Jaguars. I will say, for as goofy as that fucker is, Liam Cohen is leading a charge in Jacksonville. Although seeing your quarterback blow off a guy...
Pause.
I said what I said. Nobody would have known it was a guy unless he turned around. Essentially telling your coach to fuck off in the middle of a game does not mean success, if you ask me.
I think it's the most successful thing he's ever done. And I think I think the Texans are more desperate for a win, so I'm picking the Texans. Broncos at Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm going to take the Broncos.
I don't hate it.
Division game, I think the Broncos are like, we need this one. And honestly, I'm wondering when the Chargers are going to get a little too high on themselves. It might not happen, but I've got 30 years of Chargers football in my memories,
yeah.
So I'm expecting it.
Absolutely.
Saints at Seahawks.
Seahawks by 1 billion.
Correct. Cowboys at Bears.
Cowboys win because Caleb Williams finds the grass on 4th down.
Okay. I've got the Cowboys as well. Cardinals at Niners.
I hate it. I don't like this game. I'm actually going to take the Cardinals. I do not believe Mac Jones does it twice in a week.
I understand that. I'm taking the Niners. I just don't believe in the Cardinals.
It's a mobile quarterback.
I know.
That has been...
That was, honestly, as I was picking that game, like, I heard you in the background. He's mobile. And I was like, you know what? You're right. But I just don't believe in the fucking Cardinals.
I am praying for you. I hope to God you're right.
Can we make a petition to get anything else put on Sunday Night Football? Chiefs, Giants.
Actually, give us Cowboys Bears on Sunday night because I would love to see Chicago get beat down by the Cowboys, who are a bad football team this year. Obviously, I am not rooting for the Bears because I do believe they did Justin Fields dirty, and
I just don't like. Just put something on that I don't have to watch Sunday Night Football. I'm good with that. I'm picking the Chiefs. Like, they have to win this game. If you don't win this game, like right now, the Chiefs are 0-2. I don't have any questions about the Chiefs. Like, I don't. My panic alarm is set at 0. Like, I am not anywhere close to being up in arms. The offense needs to go. Guess what? We don't have our top 2 wide receivers. Our quarterback's playing phenomenally. Everybody else is dog shit, except for Josh Simmons, who might be the most athletic freak of nature I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. Did you watch?
I watched the first half.
Okay, so the pick that Kelsey decided that instead of catching, he would just lob.
Yeah.
The guy that then was returning said interception crossed the 50 and got chased down by my tackle.
I did see
that
that.
was on the opposite side of the field. I'm really happy with that draft.
Yeah, that was a great pick. He was fucking phenomenal.
And then Detroit at Baltimore.
I hate
Monday
this
night.
game because Detroit's going to get blown out. Not because they're that bad, because that's what the fucking Ravens do to NFC teams. That's what the
Yeah.
Ravens do to NFC teams.
I'm still picking Detroit. Fuck it. I don't care.
I love you. God, I love you. Throw fucking logic out the window. We have 5 years of data on Lamar Jackson picking apart teams that he does not play consistently. Or like, fuck it, Dan Campbell's eating his fucking knees.
A fucking men to that.
God, I love it. And if it was the Super Bowl, I'm 100% on your side, because God knows if they got into the Super Bowl last year, nobody was losing that game except whoever was on the AFC sideline. Yeah, the Lions would have. I think the NFL got away with the Lions getting upset by the Commanders in the playoffs last year. Because the rest, nobody else in the NFL was ready for that.
I don't think so. And I'm fucking riding with it. You know what? The Lions righted the ship. They are ready to go. I just shook the fuck out of the camera. It's a good goddamn time.
God damn, you did.
Taking the Lions to fucking continue to exact revenge from week 1, to take kneecaps. Hopefully not literally. I enjoy a lot of players on the Ravens team, which pisses me off a little bit too. But that's just who I am as a football fan.
It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of another fan base that where I can't stand the fans but don't mind the team.
I mean, honestly, I don't have too many bad things to say about Ravens fans. Like the Chiefs' AFC rivals, for the most part, I don't like the Bengals fans. They're annoying little bitches. But Buffalo fans have had good interactions with. Ravens fans, less good interactions, but also less interactions overall, I guess. And, I mean, the Chargers don't have fans, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's true.
But, like, I mean,
No, the Bills fans, that is such an enigma. Because that is the first team to spit on you as you're walking out the tunnel. And then as soon as you get out into the parking lot, they're like, fuck, I'm so sorry, buddy. Would you like a beer? Like, when did you get to Green Bay? They're like, oh, no, we're from Canada. Over by New York. We came down to Waterfall. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And, yeah, they're both great and horrible, and they jump through tables. It's kind of like the exact opposite with Browns fans. Like, I love the fans and hate the team. I feel bad for them mostly.
How do you not feel bad for Browns fans? Like it's one of those, like, your parents could have given you guidance. Instead, you became a Browns fan.
Yeah, that about sums
So
it up.
I see you putting the score on yours. What score are you putting on that?
Since I picked the Ravens, I'm doing Baltimore 39 over Detroit 30.
Okay, so we do a pick sheet at work, and all of my picks match. It says it has you guess the final score, and I put the total score, and I definitely put 99 on that bitch.
You didn't even prices right it. You're like, I want all of it.
99 on that motherfucker.
I want all of it.
Like, I have that game fucking 54-45. Like, give me everything.
Fuck. I love it. All right, that's week 3. We'll have one more episode. I don't know. I've got that wedding in Idaho in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Friday. So I don't know if you're trying to grab somebody to come down here and try and record an episode, or
that may depend on what happens next weekend. Because admittedly, I don't know that I'm familiar enough with the system to come down here, press play, and go. I can probably figure it out. But
I mean, even if you hit play and uploaded it, I could edit and upload while I'm up there, because Tuesday night we'll be in South Dakota still, so we're driving Wednesday.
Okay.
So I could probably get it uploaded up there.
So I can probably try to figure something out. So we'll record next week. The week after that could be up in the air.
We'll know more next week.
Yeah, so
Hopefully.
hopefully next weekend I'll have a better idea of what's going to happen. It's just there, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving people.
This is the busiest I think we've ever been in my
It sure fucking feels like it from time to time. But we are going to get out of here. We appreciate you guys sticking along with us. We appreciate you being here. Again, apologies for a very short episode. I know realistically you don't want to listen to us for that long anyhow, but we do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Be kind to each other. Love one another. And always remember, fuck the Cowboys.